This morning, Inoue ties a 4-decade record, defending his Ring Magazine championship for the 4th time. Junto Nakatani struggles to beat Sebastian Hernandez in a big-time, bloody war. And Reito Suzuki continues his dominant rise of the super featherweight division. You're with Mark Salinas here on PYP Boxing.
Putazos y Pendejadas Podcast.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on PYP Boxing. Mark Salinas here to break down the Japan versus Mexico card, Ring 5 in Saudi Arabia. It was an exciting morning. There was a ton of title fights on the line. We had Inoue leading the way for Japan. We also had David Alan Picasso heading the way for Mexico. It was billed Japan against Mexico. There was one Dominican on that card, Edison Garcia, and we will talk about that fight here upcoming. Willy-Pardo Garcia at super flyweight did not fight. He canceled his fight against the legendary Kenshiro Teraji. Kenshiro Teraji was making his debut at super flyweight. He's been a champion at mini flyweight, and he was going to make his debut against Willy-Pardo Garcia. Willy-Pardo Garcia had to cancel his fight. He has grown ill from dehydration. It is hard for these boxers to make weight, especially at these lower weight classes, your flyweights and your super flyweights. Willy-Pardo Garcia was having to lose about 10 to 15 pounds in the last 2 to 3 weeks, which is dangerous. Very dangerous. These boxers put themselves through a lot just for our entertainment. Think about that, guys. Hopefully, Willy-Pardo Garcia, gets better. He is recovering right now in the hospital. Maybe it won't be that serious. He'll pull through, and we'll get to see this anticipated fight further down the line. But let's go ahead and start with the action that did happen. Taiga Imanga was part of that Japanese younger prospects that they were trying to showcase here. He went up against the Dominican Edson Garcia, veteran, 24 fights going up against 9 fights with Imanga. I know that sounds kind of crazy to us over here on this side of the globe, but in Japan, hey bro, if you're ready, you're ready, bro. They put you out there. So they felt he was ready. He went up against a strong veteran and was putting on a clinic early. Imanga was using his fundamentals, his footwork, his speed, and his accuracy, and he was dead on. It looked like he was coasting to a victory. But then Edson Garcia came back, rallied, using his experience, and dropped him in the 8th round, finding success, and dominated until the end, winning a split decision, improving himself to a better record. Taiga Imanga is now 9-1. He fought a hell of a fight against a veteran who is now 23-1, Edson Garcia. And listen, man, nothing wrong with Taiga Imanga. He fought a great fight. He was just up against more experienced fighters. Japanese fighters don't care about those zeros. Taiga Imanga is going to take this. He's going to go back to the lab, get better, and he will be a world champion soon. He is that talented, guys. But for right now, experience beat him. Kudos to Edson Garcia for going into the Lion's Den, going behind enemy lines and getting that victory. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to the Dominican Republic. Reito Suzuki is coming up, a big prospect coming up at super featherweight. He did his thing against Librado Quintana, knocking him out in the 4th round. He is a Salas boxer. He is from Japan. He trains half the time in Japan, and then he trains with Salas. The power is there. The fundamentals are there. The footwork is there. The ferociousness is there. I like Reito Suzuki. Congratulations to him, improving to 4-0 with 3 knockouts. I'm dying to see what this kid's career is going to look like. He's going to be one of the tops in Japan. Junto Nakatani fought against Sebastian Hernandez, and he struggled. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he struggled. He was wiping the floor with him early, but Sebastian Hernandez, as you know, these Tijuana fighters, they start slow for some reason, and then they gain, like Antonio Margarito, classic Tijuana fighter who starts slow and then they come on stronger, throwing 80, 90 punches, 100 punches around by the time they're in those championship rounds. And that's what happened here. You had a dominant performance on Junto Nakatani early, but Junto was looking to stop it early. You can tell he loves to stop fights early, especially with those overhand rights and those classic uppercuts that he's got. But he hit Sebastian Hernandez with everything he had early. And I think the step up in weight, he left a little bit of power behind, but also, man, Sebastian Hernandez is one of the best chins in Mexico. A lot of people didn't know him. I know him. I pay attention to Mexican boxing. I knew Junto Nakatani was not going to be able to knock him out, but I didn't know that he was going to struggle like this. I guess he's never fought a taller dude. Sebastian Hernandez was taller, physically bigger, and he was coming on. He was putting it on there. No technique, not a lot of technique, a lot of 1-2s, a lot of eating 2-3 punches to get in there and give you 2, maybe 3 of his own. He did a lot of work. I believe he should have come out with the draw. I'm fine with the 115, 113. That's cool. 118 to 110, man, that's somebody's got to talk to somebody about something somewhere over there, because what the hell? Anyway, great fight. Junto still, kudos to him. Gutsy performance. He stood toe-to-toe with the bigger Mexican. The brawler, sometimes made it ugly himself. I think Sebastian Hernandez did a good job of getting Junto Nakatani out of his own rhythm and fighting his fight at the end. That's why I think it should have been a draw or a win for Sebastian Hernandez. But, enough crying over spilled milk. It was a great performance by Junto Nakatani as well. It did take a lot out of him. I think if he fights Inoue after this, he's going to have problems. Before this, I thought he'd dominate. But after taking a beating like this and his eye looking all messed up, he better think twice about going up against Inoue next in another weight division. I believe he needs a little bit more time at that weight division before he goes up against the monster. Well, let's get to the monster who just absolutely flattened David Alan Picasso. Man, was it the dominating performance of Inoue, or was it more about David Alan Picasso not wanting to get knocked out, maybe just wanting to get some rounds in with Inoue? Because that's what it looked like. The guy, he didn't give an effort. No le echó ganas, right? That's what we say. He tried to survive. That's what he tried to do. He didn't try to win this fight. It looked like he went in there to spar and survive against an Inoue, maybe learn a few things and just, go back home and say, hey, man, I went the distance with Inoue. He didn't hurt me. I had a few good moments in there. Well, that's not enough, bro. David Alan Picasso, that is an embarrassment, man. I was big on you. I don't know what happened in there. Maybe the moment was too big. Give me that. Tell me the moment was too big. I was starstruck. The monster's right in front of me, and it got to me. But for this to be your best performance, man, don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. If that was the effort, it was a disgusting performance, especially after seeing what your countrymen did against Junto Nakatani. Didn't you get fired up, man? Chingao, I don't know, man. I'm real disappointed in David Alan Picasso. But hey, Inoue pitched another shutout. He looked fantastic. And he tied Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin, for 4 title defenses of the Ring Magazine Championship belt. That is a 4-decade-old record. Congratulations, man, to be up there, Inoue, with a name like the Eastern Assassin, Larry Holmes. is special, man. And that is some kind of special. Congratulations to you. Great card. Who would you guys like to see Naoya Inoue next with? Bam Rodriguez? Do you really want to see Bam go up 2-3 weight classes to face this guy right away? I don't. I want to wait for that one. Let him gradually move up and catch him maybe 2027. I don't think it's time right now. Or maybe late 2026, right? Junto Nakatani, man, I don't know if you want to see that guy right now. I don't know if you want to immediately see that guy right now. After this performance, I would like a rematch with Junto Nakatani and Hernandez. What do you guys think? Would you like the rematch, or would you like Junto to fight Naoya Inoue? Would you like Bam to face Naoya Inoue right now? Jump all those divisions to see him? Let us know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to leave your likes, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Putazos y pendejadas.